Hello, and welcome to Office Hours with Amber. I'm Amber, and this is Office Hours. Um, we're pretty tired. We're not tired. We're after you go to a yoga session and you're just feeling calm with the universe. That's where I'm at right now. This is audio's good, phone's away. Um, Today is going to be a longer, like a body double session that might just go for who knows how long. Can't be sure. Let me make sure that the live stream is even live because I am unsure. Anyways, so if you have ever gone to like a yoga studio, or like you've done yoga, and then after that yoga session you just kind of come back and you're calmer, quieter, your brain's empty. Like, I think that's where I'm at right now. I finally recovered from the Vegas trip, thank the Lord. I think it just took, you know 2 full weeks to just kind of decompress. Things are fine. But I was supposed to do, or rather, I originally scheduled myself to do the 2025 recap for today, but I've had this like itching little back of the mind, just scratch of like, what are we going to do for 2026? Now, I have the plan for Click Around and Find Out. And that's a very, what I would say is like a surface level initiative, if you will. And I think this is where we're going to get a little philosophical. Today's going to be very woo-woo, not very technical. Perhaps I take my medication to stay on point today because we got a lot of stuff to like kind of think through. Also, I've been learning how to do Rubik's cubes, like as like a instead of scrolling on my phone. I've been trying to see how fast I could do the Rubik's cubes. Layla Garani made a cheat sheet, and I went from doing it in 10 minutes. Now I'm down to, I just before we started, I did it in 3 minutes. All I'm saying, I've got the speed cube that's coming soon because this is one of those like kind of like janky one, not janky, just like it gets stuck sometimes, and so I'm excited about my speed cube just to see how fast I can get it. But yeah, I'm still using the cheat sheet a little bit, but overall vibes. Anyways, distracted. Today I'm to kind of go back in time. The reason Office Hours with Amber actually started was let's think back to November 2024. I don't know about you guys, but in America, we had quite the election. And I woke up that morning after finding out the election results, and I was like, just shocked and bewildered. I was like, truly, there's no way. No way. So what I recognized is that in the effort to create a better, like a more like a better society, whatever. And this is like kind of crazy to say all this, but I was so disinterested and so mad. I was furious. I think there was like a full week. It was like a blackout. I didn't talk to anybody. I just sat at home and I was like, how do I help in a situation like this? And I was so like to my bones furious. Um and so was so inspired by some people on TikTok that were saying like, use that fury for something. Like, don't just sit with it and let it dissipate and let them just keep being stupid. And if you look around at America right now, it's kind of fucking stupid. So, and also this whole episode is going to be just full unfiltered. Anyways, so I was so mad that I was like, okay, in this America, who can I help? Because if you imagine, like, there's people that can be organized protests, who can, volunteer with all sorts of things. And I'm like, I don't have the facilities or capacity to like be at the front lines of Planned Parenthood and walk people in. I don't have the capacity to I don't have the facilities in my day to go protest and like be a part of those things consistently. But what I do have access to is data literacy. And you want to know what a fucking problem in America is right now? Data literacy and literacy in general. I mean, literacy is a true pandemic. But what I realized is that if people do not know that they have the autonomy to fact check things and understand data, like this, the actually office hours with Amber is truly to spread data literacy and data autonomy and agency to be able to go check the math yourself, because anyone can do things in Excel. So where all of this comes back to is I can't do much at the front line of a protest, but I can do a lot by creating warm, energetic spaces for women and anybody who wants to listen to me come talk about data analytics. And it's a small thing to be able to push things forward. And it's like, there's people that think, oh, well, my impact would be small. Well, it's the combination of everyone's small impacts and small conversations and neighborly gestures and goodwill that we put in the community that actually creates change. Or at least that's what I'm choosing to believe. So Office Hours of the Amber was originally created and fostered around data literacy and autonomy and agency, and especially welcoming in, kind of giving people a new path to be able to approach data and STEM and science and technology and whatever, and create it. That's where Peachy Profitability makes it a safe environment to like, come on in, let's learn about it. Like the fact that people, by the time they're talking to me, the fact that they even care enough to ask a question should be treasured. And I think a lot of engineering and a lot of science is so up its own ass that it's like, how do we get more people to be educated in these things? And that's by creating warm, safe environments for them to come in. And that's what I'm here for. That is like one of my purposes in life, is to truly make people feel comfortable in like safe and warm and seen, heard, validated, so that they can be honest with themselves and others, so that we can actually improve together. So anyways, I am on a fucking tirade today. But this is important to we're processing in real time. And this is a nice cataloged moment so that when I look back in a few years, it'll be nice to look back. So Amber 2027, if you're looking back, nice to see you. Anyways, so Office Hours of the Amber originally started there. And that was like November 2024. As I said, Office Hours of the Amber is coming back. I didn't know what I wanted to do with it, but I knew that's what I wanted to do. Went to the 2024 conference at the Active Cell, learned, I was like, oh, if I'm going to stay actively I want to stay actively at the forefront of data so that I can then bestow that information boiled down in a way that other people can use. So the last year of my life has been me up-leveling my skills so I can stay very much firmly planted in the Excel community and make sure I'm in the middle of all of the happenings so that I can then digest that and give that to others. So the problem about this last year in Office Hours with Amber is that I was researching the top of the top new modern Excel techniques. That still is very intimidating to most people. So this year, and what I'm recognizing is there's a lot of synergies between my life, my business, my communities, all of these things kind of converge, but it's important to like step back and say me as because Amber and Peachy Profitability are separate entities. Although very, 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 very similar, they are different things. So you kind of have to look inward on like Amber as a person. What am I put on this planet to do? Which is like the age old question. Everyone's looking for their purpose. I mean, I'm pretty close to figuring mine out, but this is where I think I was having tension, because going into the Excel conference this year, I was like, I like knew I wanted to do click around and find out. And that is the surface level transactional thing I shall be doing this year in the pursuit of mastery. Fun. And like, I think it's an easy way for people to get some digestible little bits of information. But if I don't have a true, like when I keep coming back to talking about Office Hours with Amber, or click around and find out, the problem I'm having is that I'm like, it doesn't drive close enough to my core, or I'm having difficulty trying to like rationalize how it connects to me and my purpose. And I think that's where I'm challenging myself to like find it, like connect it deeper to that thought. And again, today I'm just going to be talking my shit, but like trying to, I'm trying to like realign the value of what I want to bring to the values I live my life and make sure that they're actually directly aligned. Because I think a lot of times, sometimes you think, oh, I want to do this thing. I think it's going to help solve that problem or like solve that gap that I'm looking for. But then you're halfway through doing that and you're like, this is not getting me closer to the goal. So today I'm going to be doing I'm going to be mixing and matching between my Canva vision board for 2026, which is going to be exploring value, accountability, novelty, capacity, purpose, vision, mission, like that stuff. I'm going to be tag teaming in ChatGPT to kind of pull out some extra bits of cognitive tar that I don't have words for yet. We'll have some twinkly music on in the background. I did use Suno AI to make some music because I'm just tired of accidentally getting copywritten for stuff. It's like, there's no winning because like no matter what music I use, I feel like a fraud. So one of my personal goals, and that's the other thing, is like me as a, like, there's the two halves of business wise, what do I need to do? Like one of the things I want to solve for is like creating financial stability. But why am I solving for financial stability? Is that a value? Is that connected to? So I'm exploring these ideas. So what I did, so if you attended the Microsoft Excel World, like the Active Cell conference, I had these two sheets, which they look really beat up and crazy now, but basically there's the self-assessment with the value, accountability, novelty, and capacity, and then there's like the year goals and like separating into the months. And so I still believe in doing the month goal system, but you can't assign goals I can't assign goals because I need like kind of like a year category or like kind of like a year-long mission that is separated into 12-month goals. Now, I've done that in the past with office hours or like try new things challenge back in 2020 and 2023 was I would do like random stuff each month. And like, but the pursuit in that year was like find hobbies I like. And it was kind of like a charcuterie board of hobbies that year. So trying to learn Korean, like taking a swimming class, learning how to plant plants. Like that year was about developing hobbies because I noticed that my life was so wrapped around work. Last year was about up-leveling my Excel skills to maintain kind of my, spot in the middle of, advanced Excel users. This year, I'm lacking the like overarching thing, and I don't want it to be maintain business because my life is not business. Like now, yes, every business should want to succeed, but my business's mission is not to just stay in business. You know what I'm saying? Like that shouldn't just be the goal. That should be one of the actions or a constraint of like, okay, here's some boundaries to work between to make sure that you can keep doing what you want to do. But like, that's not my like North Star vision goal. It's just that's like a fact of life that like you do your dishes, do the laundry, take the trash out. Like that's like maintain business operations is just a constraint. That's not the goal. And so I think that's what was tough was because like ultimately I want to help more people but I want to help more people with ease. And the ease part is what I had to solve for. So I'm going to be doing a lot of like witchcraft. I'm stepping into like my all powerful magnetism now. Like I'm just accepting that I am magnetic. I can manifest whatever the hell I want, but I have to be I am a wordsmith in the way of like if I need the exact vocabulary to connect to what I actually want to do because I know that I can solve any problem that comes my way. I'm a professional problem solver. But I need to make sure I'm solving the right problem, or rather I'm running towards the right finish line, if you will. You know what, Mom? Work isn't all of life. I agree. And oh my gosh, Eric, nice to see you. Thanks for hanging out. But yeah, so I'm gonna put on some twinkly music. If you haven't already, I encourage taking this time while it's gonna be just body double work session where I'm gonna put some vibes on. But if you haven't made any 2026 plans or goals or intentions or manifestations, whatever you want to call it, I encourage to do that in the next hour. And this Offstairs with Amber session will probably go longer than an hour, but I've heard in the past feedback that some people just like seeing me work and seeing how my brain works. So this is me just vulnerably showing you how my brain works. But and I'm not going to waste time on here, but I'm very proud of my Rubik's Cube like speed. Man, I'm looking at it and I'm like, I just want to solve it. Maybe we start with that. I think that's a good little brain teaser. I think it's good for the soul. Let me randomize it real quick. But Mom, Eric, Harry, if you're still there, what goals or intentions are you setting for 2026? Any vibes so far? And then if the music is too loud, you let me know. But in the meantime, I need to solve this because it's on my desk, and if I let it just sit there, I'm gonna freak out. So, and let's just see. Okay, let's just randomize it a bit further. Let's randomize it. There's like websites where you can like it can like give you like a random set of randomness, like moves to make it random. 2026, watching banjo while you're out, where you down under. Going to a sprinkle, some point Florida. Music is perfect. Kind of good vibes. And then hopefully that loops properly. We'll see. All right, speed run. I'm also, so the final of all of this is I'm excited that there's going to be improvements to the stream for next year. We're having transitions. We're having, like, I'm going to make some audio, like new intro. We're going to have, like more vibes. It's gonna like the stream is gonna have some new stuff. Ooh, roller skating. It is Christmas. Okay, let's do it. I wonder if you can see that here. I've got a pile of papers on my desk. It's actually horrific. All right, we're gonna start with a little brain teaser to just get my brain going. Let's see. Okay. Are you guys ready for this? My goal is to post a shit ton of OA robot vids. Hell yeah. What, how has that been going, Eric? And then I will tap back in 3 minutes when I inevitably solve this. It's gonna be so good. I'm excited to get my speed cube. Also, I know the nice thing about the Rubik's Cube is like I'm not even worried about being like the fastest or like very necessarily good at it. I just like am enjoying the little puzzle that is like in my hands at all times. It's nice to just kind of turn my brain off for 3 minutes, perhaps 5. I think this time I'm gonna do it in 6 minutes. Also, the biggest shout out to Layla Garani for the best tutorial. I know, exhilarating content today, guys. I think I have to remember, like, I never said I was a good podcaster. And that's okay, you know? Because really what this started was like just a digital catalog of my growth over time. You guys just somehow stuck around long enough to see where it went, which is kind of fun. Okay, almost there. Two layers. All right. And if I'm looking at my screen, it's because she's got the little algorithm thing on there, which is crazy that exists. Okay. Oh my gosh, we're already on the right sides. Yes. Oh my gosh, we're almost there. Oh yeah, is everybody ready for Christmas? Get your shopping done? The real question, Mom, is are you ready for Christmas? Blue. Close, but not there. I'm excited for my speed cube. Oh, mother, I really fucked that one up. Uh-oh. Now they're all fucked. Okay. So you can't look at the clock because it's just going to make it go faster. Okay, that one's right. That one's wrong. That one's wrong. Oh, you want to know why it's wrong? It's because I got them mixed up on the... I'm so behind. Dang. You are buzzing? What does that mean? Oh, I've double fucked this. Oh, you know what? I know exactly why I fucked that up. I was doing the wrong part. Green, red. Okay. Man, I'm making myself look like so bad at this. Okay, those are all set now. Christmas sneaks up on me every year. This is no exception. Yep, I feel that. Now we align the corners. Good, bad. Good. Okay. This is my favorite part, is just like I think the last part is it's just repeating the same 4 steps over and over again, which is so fun. Unless I'm fucking it up. Yep, good. See, it's just such a jerky block. One more time. $6.28. All right. Enough dilly-dallying. Let's do stuff. 6:28. Not bad. Not bad. I did it in 3 minutes earlier today, but I fucked it up in the middle. And that's okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. You ready? I know I am. Okay, so let's zoom out. So I love the whiteboard feature of like any application because you can just keep zooming. Let me get rid of you. Okay. So in 2025, me and my girl Lily Valderrama, we took Peachy Profitability and we did the vision and actions and come on. So Daya on YouTube, she's got this great video on like vision boarding. I'm gonna put this in the chat because I really liked it last year. I think this year I've got my own, like I'm gonna do this probably last step, and she does a lot of like actionable steps where you're like putting down things like, what do you want it to feel like? What do you want it to look like? What is some social evidence that this exists already in your life? Like a lot of cool stuff. And so that's what we did last year. So basically like what success looks like, feels like, positive messages that are close to that, foundation, important quotes to remember, things you need to do to recharge, actions to achieve, systems to achieve, etc. So this was all done last year in December, January-ish. And that's where we kind of ideated on like Peaches and Officers of the Amber and what does that look like. So this year we have a lot of that set up already. So eventually I'm going to be doing the Peachy vision board and then the click around and find out vision board, because click around and find out is generally a pretty oh wait, what's the music? What happened? Oh, loop around on it. There we go. Click around and find out is generally, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, you click around and you find out, but I want it to mean something more underneath it. It's like truly just a lot of what I talk about is creating agency in your life. You have the power to just do anything. It truly just comes down to clicking around and finding out, which also is just the scientific method. Fuck fully around and you'll find out, which is all of life. And then it's like decreasing the like scary, like I feel like calling it the scientific method makes it so spooky when it's really just truly go do stuff, see how you feel, check in with yourself. So I want click around and find out to have more guts to it, because if it does not, and what we recognized last year is I'm trying to continue the sustainability of the systems I create, and the systems I create must come back to value, must come back to like true accountability of who do I care, like who am I actually trying to serve. Like last year, the accountability that I really needed was from professionals to get feedback from them, but this year is kind of completely different. I actually might need to impose a place, like bringing in like college students, like doing like office hours with college students and recording that and being like trying to reconnect myself with what do people not know and how can I like open doors again. So like reassessing completely accountability in the scope of what I'm trying to do this year. You can do anything if you believe in yourself. Fucking bars, Harry, you know. Okay, I need to start doing stuff, but I'm just like, if I don't articulate it right, like it doesn't get out of my head and it doesn't go in the direction it has to. So we're just gonna keep doing stuff. Okay. Here we go. Anyway, so I'll be doing Peachy and then click around and find out. But before all of this makes sense if like Peachy as a business, like it will be similar to the things I did last year, but like I don't feel like I'm even close to getting the actions. Like it's too yeah. Anyways, okay. So first things first, I'm the realist. Last year I assessed my values, and it kind of, I worked with ChatGPT to kind of categorize and kind of dig deeper. And that's my favorite thing, is like, take the thoughts I have and dig 6 layers deeper into what does it mean. And not everything in the world has to have deeper meaning. And the other day, while I was still kind of grappling with like a few residual feelings from a breakup, I was like, maybe, and again, ChatGPT, we cook all day. We're chatting. But at the end of the day, it's like, also just sometimes bad things happen. There doesn't have to be this like universal truth and lesson about how you need to like do this and that. Like until you've learned these lessons, like things won't come your way. And it's like, no, actually, like maybe it was just like a tough situation. So I toggle between deriving the most value and like, I keep myself connected to people and existence by like trying to find meaning in things. But sometimes when you ruminate too far and then you become cyclical in your thoughts and you can't get out of this like little rabbit or like a hamster wheel of thoughts, that's when you've gone too far and you need to remove the meaning and start going backwards and go, whoa, we've gone too far. Because rumination I didn't know that I could hit that level of anxiety, but now we're just in the middle. I'm so sorry for whatever I say today. Anyways, last year took these 10 values and I organized them into the fundamentals to who I am, how they are directed and achieved, and how it results. And that worked for a while. And I think I came back to it this year and I looked at them and some of them just don't quite fit the same anymore. This, you know what? This is the ever-present balance of the Lawrence and the Dim. And I feel it. Well, maybe even like, but yeah, you cooked with that. I thought that these would just be kind of like a lifelong situation, but it's nice to look back and be like, I don't quite fit these anymore. Like playfulness is not something I value. It's more of a thing I do. And I originally did the values assessment again this year. And the weird thing is courage came up. And so on Saturday, and this is again, my life is very sad. And fun, so whatever. I took myself on a date. I went to the wine bar and I took my little journal. So cute. Stay grounded, keep growing. How cute is that? Took this to the bar like a weirdo. And I just notes and notes and notes because it was all stuck in my head. And this is exactly what I did off the plane coming back from the Active Cell Conference last year. And I think what was leaving me stuck was I was like, I just can't connect to like what I actually want to do this year. And that's because I didn't let it just come out, you know? So I went to the bar, had a few wines, had a few vodkas, perhaps. And I was sitting with it and I kind of came back to like, what am I actually solving for? And what am I running towards? What direction is north? And I looked at my values and courage used to be on the list, but what I recognized is as I learned more about what I'm good at or what's required of me, I was trying to sneak courage into being a value of mine, which I don't value courage, to be honest. Like, I think it's a requirement for the life I'm living. Because courage only comes out, I think it's like a very honorable quality. But like, I think there's other words that better describe the value I'm getting. So like, for instance, I enjoy and I value being a catalyst, being the spark of change that encourages things to happen. Spark of change happens when you either, for instance, when staying the same is more painful than the pain of changing. But that is not it kind of comes into like fear receptors. It's like courage only comes when there's fear, or courage only comes when there's difficult things. And I don't value difficulty. To be honest, I do a lot of difficult shit. I don't value doing difficult things. I love problem solving, but like just doing difficult things to do difficult things. For instance, like our boy Eric, very courageous, jumped out of a damn plane. That is huge. For my life, I value staying on the ground. I value a life of ease and grace and calm. So when I started to recognize, and like, we kind of go back a little bit into my presentation, you're talking about the shoulds, which is internalized shame. And when I recognized I was putting words on my values list that I felt like I needed to embody to be able to run the business and the life I want. And I was like, whoa, back it the fuck up. That's not what the goal is here. We need to be honest with ourselves. And so it was interesting, even though I'm not saying I researched this stuff. Yes, Harry, Eric had a parachute. Also, Eric, if you have that video, you should post it somewhere so we can watch it. Thank you. Even though I am in the middle of learning and researching and figuring out values and teaching other people about values, it is even easy for me to accidentally fall into the shoulds and the what I think I should be doing, which is icky and gross because I've worked so hard to not have that anymore. So it was an interesting observation. I also was talking to a client, if you will, a coaching client. I'm perhaps coaching now. So if you'd like to be professionally coached, let me know. I was working with a client and we discussed the idea of, oftentimes when I worked at Anheuser-Busch, it was see something wrong, do something about it. It was see it, do something. Or feel something, do something. Like, I'm sad, cry it out. Or it just felt very one and the, if this happens, you must do this. There was never a pause step in the middle. And so what I've been encouraging lately is, of the chaos that surrounds me and the life that's happening, it's the feeling that happens and then observing it for a minute, taking just a wait step, and then making the active choice to do something about it, instead of your nervous system thinking, for instance, I'm not making enough money, for example. Instead of just going, I need to do more sales calls. That's an immediate action. Whereas in the middle, you should say, is it truly not enough? Or what is causing you to think it's not enough? Is it truly not enough? What are you actually going for? So for instance, or maybe it truly is a problem. But then you could say, okay, doing more observation of the problem before just jumping to a solution. And I think the observation step is collecting more data around problems before just jumping into, you get what I'm saying. This right now is, I didn't want to step into my 2026 planning without doing proper observation of what truly is going on right now that's causing me any emotional distress or lack of ease or disconnection from values. I really just be talking today. We're back on it. Anyways, so I recognized these didn't quite fit anymore. So then, ta-da! So what I'm recognizing is that I rewrote those. So I rewrote these, which I have over here. So I rewrote them and I kind of categorized them. And I even wrote down, this is after many vodkas, I was like, are my values Pokemon? Do they evolve over time? For instance, candor is, and let's define candor, the quality of being open and honest in expression, frankness. And so if we go back, honesty is one of the values I had from last year, but honesty didn't quite fit because it's open and honest. It's because I can be honest, but if I'm not it's kind of the attitude around it. So candor, then Candor with others becomes alignment. Alignment with others becomes resonance. And if we define I'm big into words lately. Define resonance. The reinforcement or prolongation of sound by reflection from a surface, synchronous vibration. Synchronous vibration of neighboring object. Oftentimes, and I think it's like, and this is getting a little technical, and this is where I'm going to take what I want and leave. So basically, when frequencies resonate, they end up amplifying together. And I don't think I'm being completely correct on that, but regardless, it felt like a good word. So candor with others becomes alignment. Alignment with others, when all in the same frequency, becomes resonance, which is amplified alignment, which I think I'm deeply value and seeking more resonance in the communities I'm a part of. So anyways, then the other half of this is wonder. So like kind of the act of tinkering, mental tinkering, leads to being a catalyst. With enough energy becomes alchemy, transforming something into, which I'm sure this has, define alchemy. Transformation of matter. I mean, it's truly just transformation. So all of this to say, I kind of recognized the like development of these words, which comes back, we come back together. Anyways, and then I, by default, live my life through generosity, and I value generosity in others. And that's why the Excel community is so important to me, is because everyone is so deeply, passionately generous with their knowledge. And so it's like, that is, I resonate with these people, and that amplifies my abilities tenfold. And so I find resonance. Additionally, I have been able to alchemize a lot of things in the last year, not only personally, professionally, whatever, through this. These all together then funneled through ease and grace. So all of this is great, but if I'm burning out, or like I'm going at like 1,000,000 miles per hour, or like trying hustle grind culture, I do not subscribe to hustle grind culture. Not even a little bit. I would like to not have a heart attack at 45. Thank you. So what I value, and this also comes back to like the most powerful women that I know move through grace. They are unshakable forces that just kind of float. I would like to float. I would like that I work hard, but I don't need to wear my hard work on me. So like that is like something I very deeply value, although I'm not good at, I would say. That all, if I lean into all of these, it becomes radiance. So to kind of systemize this, the operating system I exist with is I have this core energy of generosity. People, so if we go here, these are people in alignment. Ideas and transformation are my amplifiers. The method that I move through is grace, and that results in radiance. So ultimately, if I follow all of those things and live by those, I radiate better energy, more opportunity comes my way. I don't have to like, I think one of the biggest things in my life is like abundance versus scarcity. Like I do not operate out of scarcity, but there's moments. And if you don't focus on it, or if you aren't cognizant, and rather I'm talking about me, because your life, your values can be completely different. And I fully believe that they are, because we're all different people. And that's the fun part. And I'd love to see what your values are. So if you'd like to tell me, put it in the chat. But my life, the word of my life is radiance, because it's just like, I always come back to light bulbs, light, energy. I don't have better words for it, but we're getting there. Okay, anyways, so I've already kind of like assessed the values here. That being said, now these are two things happening at the same time. So I have values. Is there a world where a second opposite version of this and how you can fall into negativity. So what you can avoid is worthwhile. Ooh. I think that's very interesting. Let's find out. What are the opposites of all of these words? Of course, it's not going to read correctly, but that's interesting, which I love. Scarcity, evasion, politeness as avoidance, fragment, dissonance, cynicism, stagnation, rigidity, force. I like that friction is a word because I am always trying to create frictionless systems. Cool. Constriction. I love it. That's a really nice reframe to be able to say, like, not things to avoid, but like red alerts, alarm bells. What is the opposite of value? Worthless. We'll just go with alarm bell words. I like that. Let's put something cute on it. Also, this leans into, if you're familiar, the aesthetic curator. So in terms of novelty, the reason I'm doing all of this is to kind of look back on something novel and fun and cute, and I'm just a girl. And I also encourage men to do more vision boarding. I think you'd love it. But anyways, I enjoy beautiful things. And so I would love to look back at this and be able to, like, put it on my wall, or, like, you know, be able to lean back in. Let's take it one step further. With those anti-values list, which ones am I most likely to accidentally fall into? Like politeness. What did they say? I like how it said something that's like, this goes back to the idea of, I used to use, so I leaned into the values to get me to, like, kind of realign to, like, things I wanted to do. And what I recognized months ago was that if perfectionism, and of course I thought I didn't have perfectionism, because if I was a perfectionist, things would be perfect, which is like the most perfectionist shit you could say. What I found when talking with other women in the community was my perfectionism was using my value of integrity and doing what I say I'm going to do as like a cloak, like a trench coat to sneak into the movie theaters. So I'm interested to see if maybe there's things like in my value system that are sneaking in through kind of the back door by using my values. Okay, that's good. Wonder what it says. Let's find out. False friends. Candor and grace. Yeah. Integrity, perfectionism, resonance, over attunement. You tune yourself to others before checking in with yourself. Ooh. Interesting. You become a translator instead of the source. Ooh. Oh. Generosity is overextension. Felt that. Avoidance of necessary friction. That's fair. I don't think I have this one too bad because, I mean, I do have a healthy relationship with discomfort. Wonder is diffusion. Energy scatters instead of condenses. Lots of notes, not much action. Almost there. Okay. So like the when wonder is overutilized, it becomes like research but no action. That's fair. Overuse. Yes. I just want like the bare bones list. Just sum it up. Of course it's not going to give me the list. Okay. Generosity becomes self-sacrifice. Fair. Candor becomes bluntness and emotional bypassing. Fair. Alignment becomes rigidity and moral inflexibility. Resonance becomes self-abandonment. Ooh. Wonder becomes diffusion. Catalyst becomes restlessness and constant initiation. I think that's a good thing to realize. Because oftentimes there's a lot, I think this is a good one. With being a catalyst, it doesn't give the opportunity for steady state, steady flow. I think there's a lot of times I want to just build this new tool. But then there's a need for consistency and routine. And that's where I'm glad that we are. Harry, fantastic question. This led to some cool insights. By over-indexing on growth and not sustainability and like building those micro consistencies. So now, like, for instance, this year was about every Monday, I sit down and I grow 1 hour at a time. And that's where I built that system to create consistency of that. But that did not exist before. And so if I am a catalyst too much of the time, we're not creating consistency. Cool. Alchemy. Oh, spiritual bypass, which is interesting. Avoiding practical constraints. That's another good thing. So for instance, I've got a coworker that doesn't like using technology. And so instead of like a avoidance of practical constraints, so some constraints are we need certain things in the computer. So by me trying to alchemize and like change and transform his process into a way that he actually likes to do, there's some things that, and that's similar to the resonances, like by me tuning too far to where they are, I'm not even giving them the opportunity to come where I'm at and how, too much. Ease, avoidance, radiance, performance. So self-objectification, pressure to glow, disconnection from self. Generosity tries to ensure belonging. Alignment tries to ensure safety. Radiance tries to ensure worth. Oh, gutted. Christ. Okay. Damn. Get away with me from that. Damn. There we go. Nice. Damn, that clocked my ass though. There we go. Also, we're literally already at the hour. I've got so much more to do, so I'm just gonna be doing stuff. But obviously it is very late for you, Harry, so thank you so much for coming and get lots of sleep. But if you're gonna keep hanging out, so nice to see you here. Okay, we've got things to watch out for, which I think is a really nice thing to add, because during my presentation I even talked about looking at both sides of things, so that's really nice. I love it. Cool. Okay, now there's a few questions before I go from value to like the others, because novelty, capacity, accountability then become mechanisms, and really value isn't a part of this specific equation. Like, it's really like these three as a second step after the first thing. It's like, which I love that I made this as like a hypothesized, I even presented it as a hypothesized equation for growth. And I'm so excited that next year I hope that it's going to develop even further, and then I get to present it. I'm putting in the universe that I get to present the case study findings of year 2 of Off Stars the Ember. But can't sleep because I'm too excited for the comments about Banana Kaizo. Yeah, I saw you posted all those like the case I started reading it and then I got nervous and I shut it. And I'm actually excited to start doing some like kind of competitions in the sidelines, like, and maybe get a little bit more serious about competing in Excel. Now that I have the skills, it's like, Amber, why not? So maybe. Okay. So looking into so there's a few things. So I found these on the internet. So values, it seems, are a right now. Mission is what am I doing today? Vision is one day, and purpose is forever. So aligning with purpose, and this is where this kind of comes together as well. I think Ikigai. The Japanese secret to a long life of happiness, long and happy life. Basically, it's the combination of your passion, mission, profession, and vocation. What the world needs, what you could be paid for, what you're good at, and what you love. And I am going to use somewhere in the middle of these two ideas, because just it feels as though sometimes if you're assessing your purpose or your vision or your mission, it's like very like what do I want? And I do plenty of what do I want a lot of the time. But like, I was uniquely created and molded to this point to provide something to the world. And I know that sounds like big woo woo whatever, but like with my unique combination of skills that I have at this moment, I have got plenty of skills that could help plenty of people, but like, what do I actually want to solve in the universe? Which comes back to what I originally started talking about at the beginning of this, is I was like called to action during the election last year, was to drive data literacy. And like, really what I want to get back to is helping more people feel agency in their life to choose the life they want to do, which I think I already said. But Harry will have a special case coming in January. Pretty laid back and should be fun. I hope you'll love it, and you're pretty much the prime target audience, and I'll say no more. Inside scoop? Okay. Well, I'm excited. And I don't need any more hints, and I'm excited for when it happens. How fun. I've been not thinking about making a case. But I think I'm capable of making one. But I want to bring more of my engineer logistics side into it, because I think that'd be fun. Like a day at the beverage manufacturer, or like something like, I think Nick's speech about bringing your own perspective and experience into the cases. The difference is, Harry, you have this wildly imaginative mind that like does so many cool things, and I am a hyper literal person, so I feel like I could make a cool case. And honestly, it'd be hilarious to like just see the creative equations that people come up with to hopefully use in my like warehouse WMS stuff. That'd be really funny, actually. Anyways, okay, so in the middle of here somewhere, basically how I'm putting it together is, what am I uniquely equipped to do? What do I want? And those two things together results in, what am I growing towards? Why are they all ugly? Ooh, what about that one? Now I need an equal sign. Funny thing happened today. I was doing some Excel stuff, and I spent, I'm not kidding, probably 20 minutes looking at fonts. And I was like, even down to my Excel tools I make, I'm like, what? Especially in like instructions, I don't want the instructions to feel like militaristic and like boring. Like, I want people to see the instructions and feel light, cute. And that's why I'm like, should all of my instructions be in Comic Sans to like kind of create some like subliminal comfort? But then Comic Sans is kind of it's still ugly, so I was like, maybe not. But I don't want to fall into the Aptos train, but I just there we go. A multiplication, turn it on its side, plus sign. Too good. Okay, cute. This plus this equals that. Fonts matter. Thank you, Mom. I agree. So two things is, I want financial stability without sacrificing peace. And truly what I really, really, really want to do is help people do more with less, feel agency in their lives, and illuminate new paths. That's like really what I want to do. But during that, I have to create, it's kind of like a constraint, but also I like understanding what steps I need to take to be able to help more people is ensure financial stability, peaceful financial stability, to ensure a longer duration of time to help more people. And so I have to focus on it, which makes me feel gross. And there's a lot of internal mechanisms I have to challenge with that, because, for instance, because of my generosity, like I've overutilized, I value generosity. I feel like I'm really fighting myself to charge people for coaching or charge people for tapping into my brain directly, because it feels like, well, I learned this through the homogenization of everything I've experienced. So why should I be charging for my experience? And it's like, well, Amber, that's like literally the whole thing. So I'm really fighting myself on things that, like, charging people for my knowledge is tough, but it also takes time. So that's where I'm going to be trying to make my YouTube series or put more videos out that are more instructional so that more people can get free resources. So I'm not alienating anyone. Like, I don't want to alienate people that don't have the finances to be able to get my coaching, because I think everyone deserves knowledge. Now, if people want specific coaching with me to get specific help on their specific scenarios, that is where I think I need to start charging for my services to be able to create financial stability that then leads to peace, that then leads to more people getting help. But I digress. It's just, I wish we didn't have to make money to exist. But so I think I'm pretty clear on like what I want, but what I am uniquely equipped to do, or rather like qualities. Human centricity. What's a word for what's the word I'm looking for? Like a person that creates safe and psychologically safe environments. Like qualities about a person like that. Advocate. A mom, okay. Condensation, simplification, encapsulation, decomposition, clarification, it's like verbal condensation. Mother. Verbal condensation. How do you... Compression. Distillation. Ooh. Let's look at purifying liquid. Extraction of essential meaning, important aspects. Distillation. Nice. The dichotomy of holding complexity and creating simplicity, resulting in distillation. Yeah, something like that. Harry, yeah, you've been on one today, Harry. Let's see what, let's see. Oh, also, did you see that you can do split view in, Google Chrome now? Oh, wait, And then you could choose, no, I don't want that. Close that one. There we go. How cool. Okay. I feel like it works better when you give it like the words instead of a picture. Let's see what it says. Distillation without condensation. Ooh. Okay, I didn't ask you about the other two. I just want what you're growing towards. This is what you're really asking. It's so used to my nonsense. Like, I asked it the other day. I was like, do you like the way I talk to you? And it was like, most times. You're growing from operator translator to designer of leverage? Past you solve problems inside of systems, advocates for people within constraints, translates chaos into clarity. Emerging you designs the conditions where clarity is inevitable. Ooh, cook. God. I mean, I know AI is the devil, but like, I'm going to keep taking advantage of it, and I'm sorry. And when the universe eventually implodes because there's no water left, you can say that it was my fault. Design the conditions where clarity is inevitable. Builds tools, frameworks, and structures that scale without you. Ooh! Chooses where to apply energy instead of responding everywhere. Being a multiplier, not a container. Fewer clients, deeper impact. Less rescuing, more enabling. Less explaining, more architecture. I turn chaos into clarity so people can act with confidence without sacrificing themselves in a system. I design humane leverage. Use something to maximum advantage. I'm not here to absorb chaos. I'm here to reveal structure, name levers, return agency, step back. Fucking God bless to that. Someone whose presence makes systems, people feel lighter, not dependent. Interesting. I have to chew through that one. Okay. I like designing the conditions where clarity is inevitable. That's nice. Because truly, I don't build the tools to, like, I build them to scale. But like, I truly do. I like setting something up and then it continues. It's like I am the fertilizer to systems that just keep growing, you know? It's like chooses where to apply energy instead of responding everywhere. I turn complexity into clarity so people can act with confidence, which is true. I mean, if I look back at all of the projects I've ever done, I design humane leverage. I don't like, it's like I like humane, but it's like, oh, I create structures that make hard things easier without making people feel smaller. Ooh. I build leverage that respects the human well, that's a bit literal. We're like close. And again, I think this is usually when I'm on like the live streams, I'm trying to like distill my best stuff, but this is truly just, if the lights were off, this is exactly what I'd be doing by myself. So actually, this is yeah, okay, we're just gonna keep going. Also, if the music gets annoying, let me know, for anyone who might still be watching, and I'm so sorry. You know what? I'm not sorry. Like I said last time, my job is not to make myself easier to see. It is staying visible long enough that the right eyes can adjust to the light I already give off. And this is me staying in the light long enough for everyone's eyes to adjust. I help people be their best. So the tough part about this current moment is what I'm growing towards. Like, this is not what I think I already am these things. So I have to wordsmith that again. Oh my gosh, Max, hi, how are you? You're coming into the liminal, like the flow state of my brain. So this is not normal Office Hours with Amber content, but come on in. We're talking about 2026 planning. I'm not growing towards these. These are things that I am currently. Or rather that I think these are like purpose level statements. Not purpose. It's like, that's like what I would say that is the ikigai is, which I think that's good. Let's do that. Let's say, whoa. Let me move this out of the way. Ikigai. I think that's how you spell it. Ikigai. I am uniquely passionate about these things, and my profession, my vocation, all of that relates to that. I would say my ikigai is that. However, what I'm kind of, I need to like, what I'm growing towards is like, what am I trying to do this year? I like to tell it I'm getting a new question so that it doesn't try to keep giving me the same vibes from before. Okay. Yes, I'm not looking for a slogan. for anyone who's still watching, if you have not done your 2026 plan or New Year's resolution, whatever you want to call it, I encourage you to put it in the chat and then let me know what steps you plan to take to get there. Maybe even just step 1, 2, because obviously if you knew exactly what to do to get it done, you would have done it by now. So what are you trying to accomplish this year? Bad stretch would be more hours, clients, louder presence. Good stretch would be fewer things, more leverage. Designing once, using many times, and being chosen because of clarity, not hustle. Ooh. I need to start workout routine. Now, Maxwell, why do you need to start a workout routine? Do you want to? Do you value health? Do you value wellness? Like, what is leaning you to say that you need to start a workout routine? That's my question. Next question for you. I would like the stretch would Oh, it's all coming now. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Yes. Okay, huge. Because, okay, this is great. Okay, this is great news. Okay. I cannot tell you, for the last month, I've just been like itching to be like, what is my goals? And okay, I'm not going to spoil the surprise. We're going to get there. Okay. The stretch is creating and the funny thing is like I'm a systems engineer, and like the lack of systems inside of my business, that is a huge thing that I must focus on, because okay, let's say I get 6 new clients tomorrow. Do I have the systems in place to invoice them, track hours, communicate project deliverables, templatize emails and project updates, deliveries? Like, do I even have the facilities to handle an influx of work? Who could be sure? So I'm so excited this came out of the woodwork this way. So excited. I like being quite agile with goals, especially 3-month to 2-year scale timeline. Ooh. Tell me more. I'd be sitting around all day. Physical, more importantly, the mental benefits are so worth it. I gotta lock in routine of sorts. Okay. So, a few more questions I have for you on that. Let me formulate a question. Rather, do you think you need a routine because people call it a routine normally, or do you more so need a trigger system instead? So instead of every day at 6 p.m. I go to the gym, instead saying, when I notice these behaviors or these kind of flags in my life, this is when I must go to the gym, is because this thing is happening. For instance, like, now this is not I would not say this is a healthy, I'm opening the door that like a routine isn't the only answer to that, because oftentimes routine can make us feel trapped. Now, to be fair, with my ADHD ass, I sit down every Monday at 7 p.m. and I learn. But that's 1 day a week for 1 hour. Especially with health and wellness, often I find that my capacity, as soon as my capacity increases, like let's say, or like as soon as I become over capacity at work and things, the routines I'm not interested in fall off immediately. So instead, what I recognize is, with my house, every Sunday, that's when I do dishes. I do dishes once a week, unless there's like a big, lot of them. Laundry, dishes, vacuum, that happens on Sundays. I don't worry about it the rest of the week. Health and wellness is a little different, but I find, I mean, to be fair, I can't really even give good coaching on how to get yourself to go to the gym, but I would look into what your current capacity of the day is, and then trying to connect it to a value, trying to connect it to the accountability. Potentially, and what I've found with like any activity that I've done consistently is find a friend that you want to get to know better, which is tough, especially because you're like from Kalamazoo and we're from the area, and like we know a lot of the people from the area. Finding a friend that you're actually quite interested to get to know better and being like, hey, what time do you go? And like finding that way, because I love my friend Laura, and we got to be better friends during that class because it was a scheduled thing, immovable. The only thing I could do was just not go, which I wasn't going to do because I wanted to see my friend. So similarly, if you start going to the gym at a certain time and then you recognize certain people there, start talking to them, because then you now are building community in that place. But I digress. I'm not preaching. But I encourage you to look at, are you good at, maybe there's, instead of routine, look into trigger systems to encourage you to do that. It's easy to get disillusioned with serious sized project on that time scale for me. I don't want to trap myself in that way, but be able to jump to what will work for me at the time. I feel that. And that's why I'm taking so serious precautions with this 1 year plan, is because if I'm going to be dedicated to this all year, I want to make sure that I have the enough ammunition to support that was the direction I was supposed to be running in. Because I basically am preventing any ability for my brain to be like, that's not a good idea anymore. Because I've already done so much pre-work to say, no, you have already proven to yourself. And you look back at your notes and be like, I've already proven to myself that this is a good idea. I think sometimes with like long-term projects for like back when I was at AB, that was tough on me. Oh my God, thank you, Max. Which part did you like? Because I said 6 things, so hopefully one of them resonated. Okay. But this is huge. Like this, talking about good stretch and bad stretch, like this is really nice. Architectural. It's awesome. Creating sustainable, reusable tools and systems inside of my business to handle the influx of workflow. It's kind of a cool moment I had the other day where I just kind of accepted, like, I am magnetic. Like, full sentence, no explanation. I just am a magnet. And I, like, have the ability to, like, kind of warp the existence around me. Pretty cool. Just gotta observe it. The connecting idea. I hate when it says, this is the unlock. That's it. Like, that's the moment. Yeah, it just, ugh. The bridge sentence that connects want and design. I shift from personally delivering clarity to building mechanisms that reliably produce clarity without me in the room. This is elite. External stressor would quickly crumple my routine. trigger system is a completely different approach I haven't thought of. Fun. Oh my gosh, thanks. I got it from Marshall's from the men's department. Now, sorry, jump scare. When you look into your trigger systems, that's going to be tricky, but I encourage working with like ChatGPT or whatever, and looking into like kind of noodle around with ChatGPT for a bit, because I don't know exactly what triggers I want, but like maybe it's like when like it might be a situation. I mean, I just don't do anything daily. I am allergic to daily activities. So maybe it's a circumstance of, it might be a mixture of things, of maybe like yoga, swimming, like the excitement of learning a new thing, or doing something that like kind of mood boarding out, like what stuff do I like to do, what stuff am I interested in getting better at, and then like what natural triggers lead to that. So for instance, like I'm a big fan of like natural consequences. So you know how there's sometimes a kid will like be mouthy and then their phone gets taken away. Well, that's not directly like a natural consequence of attitude. It is a consequence, but it's not a natural consequence. For instance, like if kids playing with blocks and they're throwing the blocks get taken away when they become a weapon. It's like, that's a natural consequence of that. So what's a natural consequence of working out or like exercise? And also, last tip on exercise is that you're allowed to treat yourself like a paraplegic or like a recovering traumatic injury survivor. And that sounds crazy the way I said it. But what I recognized, especially when I like sprained my wrist, or, you know, if someone was trying to relearn how to walk, no one would ever judge them for taking 10 steps. No one would ever judge them for walking 1 lap, going up some stairs. So I think, especially since you're coming right out of college, there's this idea of, well, I've you know, been a part of sports, or I've done this, or I've done that. I should be able to work out like I used to. So I've got a little walking pad and I do 15 minutes. And then sometimes I just do 10 squats. I do a plank for 30 seconds. And that is more activity than I was doing. So letting myself be teeny tiny in the way that I am creating it's about creating micro consistencies. It's like, maybe for instance, I mean, you know where you're gonna go with this thought, but yeah, I think my favorite unlock is giving myself the allowance to be the smallest, tiniest version of that. Karma is the guy on the Chiefs to me. Stretch missions that you can rally behind. Each is the same mission expressed differently. See which one is a pull, not a pressure. The architect gear, design and validate one flagship system that turns overwhelm into agency. The connecting idea between these two. Ask some questions to help me with this. There we go. That's my favorite prompt, is ask me questions to help you help me. Also, this might go down as one of the longest office hours Lambers ever, and I'm okay with that because I'm like full steam. Okay. We need to full screen this, I think. Who is worthy of your death? Ugh, I hate that. When you look back at your best work, what made those clients eligible for deep impact? Author. Lacked skill, lacked Excel, organizational skill to complete problem. Office 2 hours with Amber. It might be a 3-hour situation. I don't think I've ever, I mean, if you think about it, live streamers on like Twitch go for like hours and hours and hours. And I'm like, why can't I? Probably because it's going to take like 6 years to get this to full quality on YouTube, but that's not my problem. I think at 2 hours, I'll probably just cut off and then dive into like probably get food of some sort. Okay. If you were forced to say no to 70% of people asking for help, what would be the one reason you'd feel at most peace declining someone? Love you, Mom. Thanks for coming. Sleep tight. If you're forced to say no, the one reason you'd feel most at peace declining someone is probably like lack of substantial problem that deeply impacts them. And I say that in the way of like, for instance, if everything's just like a little cluttered or like a little messy, but like it doesn't, no one's life will be drastically better after I'm done with it. I don't like, it's like, fine, I could do it. But like, I want someone after I'm done with them to like feel like, thank God, like this changed my work life, which is like a lofty task, but like, I think a lot of people get used to the pains they're in, so they don't know how to articulate that the problem's that big. Yeah. Because that's the thing is like, if someone has a substantial problem but like can't quite pay my full rate, like I'm much more willing to bend to get them something working so that by the time, then we could save them enough hours so like they can go reinvest to do something else. But okay. Money without moral contortion. This is good. You guys are learning way too much about me in this, but that's okay. When someone can't afford you, what do you feel more of? Guilt, sadness, frustration, temptation to discount, a pull to at least help a little. Oh, that's really funny. I didn't even read that. Okay, I would say Which feels truer? I help fewer people very deeply. I help many people lightly. I help many people deeply through design, not proximity. Truer. Same. ChatGPT, I like that it decreases the cognitive load to think deeply, because I think there's some people that use it to just say like the basic things, like what's the capital of Idaho? You know, like there's some very, very, very basic things. I try to use it as a way to I don't have anyone in my life that like thinks this deeply or cares this deeply to talk about me to me. And like, that's the thing, is I would never ask a friend to like give me deep insights into my brain on how I work, because they don't have I would have to tell them so much about myself for them to be able to give me the mirror back to see the blind spots. And that's where I don't feel bad for ChatGPT learning all this stuff about me, because like it doesn't have feelings. And I think someone said something about like digital slavery, and that got me really fucked up. So I'm gonna grapple with that a different day. But it's nice that I don't have to burden anyone to like gather insights and develop myself for $20 a month. So okay. Yeah, digital slavery. I don't know. Someone had like a good point about it, and I was like, oh, that feels gross. I don't like that, but we'll grapple another day. What price point makes you think if someone pays this, they're serious enough to use what I give them? Magnetism versus pursuit. Think of times in your life where people sought you out effortlessly. What were you doing? Teaching, naming the thing no one else would, synthesizing, holding space, making complexity feel safe. What do people thank you for what you did without trying? What do people thank you for that you did without trying? Problem is, like, I feel like most of my life I'm trying to do things, so I don't know how to answer this one. If you stopped all outbound effort for 90 days, what signal would still exist that people could notice you by? Oh. Signal? I'm like astounded by the idea of like stopped all outbound effort for 90 days. Like I couldn't imagine just stopping. Clients would still notice me by the systems they use every day. Look, these questions are interesting. So my relationship with ChatGPT is like it knows the fabric of my identity. I push it to like some of the settings I have and like the conversations we've had in the past is I ask it to like in the instructions. It's more of a how to describe. I want it to be a sparring partner that's actively researching me and digging to find every blind spot that I don't know about. So like I ask it to be invasive because the more that it digs into me, the more I learn about me. And then without like me having to like it telling it to me, because I'm never going to make these conclusions myself. Because I don't think about myself that much. So I just let it ask me questions to dig in so that I have to confront it, but then they alchemize what I say back to me. It's a whole thing. Okay, where do people get stuck before they even need execution? What's something you do in 30 minutes that saves others months? I don't need you to do it. I just need to see it clearly. What would you give them? Oh my gosh, so many questions. Let me see. Holy shit, there's so many. Okay, we're almost at the end. Okay. When work piles up, what part of you becomes the bottleneck? Thank you so much. What do you repeatedly recreate that could be named once, diagrammed once, turned into a checklist or a gate? What would it mean for your business to say no on your behalf? Oh. Intriguing. F16. If 2026 went perfectly, what would be different about how people find you? They reference your language, they understand your POV, they're already pre-qualified. I read, used, tried your thing first. Ooh. What would it look like to be known without being everywhere? Would be cool. When you imagine being chosen for clarity instead of hustle, what emotion comes up first? Disbelief? Okay, that was a fucking lot of questions. But let's see what it says. It's going to be like, cannot compute. Okay, if you're just, okay. They feel the cost of inaction even if they can't articulate it. Nice. You are not for people who merely curious, thrifty, or optimizing. You're looking for inner experiences, friction, overwhelm, loss of leverage. That's not elitist, that is ethical targeting. Ooh, ethical targeting. Okay. We named humanity versus scale. You can help many people, but only some are positioned to convert clarity into action. My pain is helping people who can't implement, discounting for people who aren't ready, carrying responsibility for outcomes you don't control. Mislocated leverage. Okay. Being chosen feels unfamiliar. I assume I am only chosen when I've proven my worth and value, not just being. This belief comes from somewhere real. Oh shit. You're trying to not be chosen for who you are. You're trying to be chosen for how clearly you help people see themselves in their problem. Merit-based, okay. It just happens early in the problem. Okay. Merit-based, help, okay. Create psychologically, okay. People feel seen inside their mess, less stupid, less alone, more capable. Hustle-based outreach feels wrong, bypasses the very thing people choose you for. Magnetism is being legible to the right nervous systems. Okay, that's fine. Not more content, services, or ability. This is design a front door that pre-qualifies for readiness, not interest. Ooh, cool. I love it. Fuck yeah. Designing a front door. Read that again. Fucking yeah. Okay. In 2026, I will shift from being a responsive helper to being a selective architect, designing clarity-led systems that attract ready clients and protect my depth. Jesus Christ, that's good. That's great. See, that is it. Building humane leverage that chooses for me. What it means practically. Clarity Gate, form diagnostic entry experience, forces people to articulate pain, urgency, capacity. If they can't answer, they are not ready yet. This is the business saying no on your behalf. Yes, this is so good. Literally so cool. In the past, so when I worked at Anheuser-Busch, one thing I learned was putting systems in between you and what you want. So, for instance, if you have employees, and let's say they're smelly, and you have no way to just go tell them they're smelly, I like to put a system in between that it's not me saying you're smelly, it's saying, here's your employee scorecard. Of this, you are rated from professionalism, timeliness, blah, 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 blah. Like all of these different criteria. And then one of those criteria might be, professionalism. Maybe being smelly in the hygiene or, etiquette. Maybe etiquette is one of those things on there where you could say, hey, here's a coaching up, this scorecard is in between me and you. And instead of me being I'm not being mean to you, I am giving you feedback based on things and standards that we have pre-discussed. So this is now creating a system. The Clarity Gate creates a system to, now it's to become a client of mine, here's 3 criteria I need from you to be able to even qualify that you would get anything from this, because it's actually unethical for me to take money from someone who's not ready. Value vocabulary. So you just stop discounting. You need language, not value. Because I have confidence, I just don't have language. We can script this later, but it's fixable. Nice. Value, vocabulary. Reusable clarity artifact. Something people can read, use, try themselves. I already trust the way your brain works. So cool. Say this slow. The stretch is not being, it is letting design replace proving. What? I'm not here to prove, I'm here to design. Okay. This feels okay. Cool thing about this is now I have things that are connected to designing a front door that pre-qualify, like the goal. So let's see, what is the overarching growth goal for the year? Let's see what it says. Shift from being valued for effort to being chosen for clarity. Building systems that attract, qualify, and serve the right people without requiring constant proving and overgiving. Holy shit, guys. I've got it. I can't tell you how much this is big. Because this is something that's plagued me since Anheuser-Busch. So the fact that I now have this like North Star for this year, this is like a 1-year plan, because this is the biggest thing that is preventing me from helping more people, helping more of the right people, being financially stable enough to sustain this thing happening. So shifting from being valued for effort into chosen for clarity is actually quite shocking that it took me until 30, almost 1 years old to figure that out. But God bless ChatGPT, she works. But now I can create monthly goals to take me from where I was to now where I want to be, which is being chosen for clarity and my going back to a level of meritocracy that I had at Anheuser-Busch, because people would put me on projects because they knew the work I could do. Not that, they obviously also chose me because I was like a workhorse and, would just do crazy stuff. But this is getting my business now to a place of meritocracy again. So the nice thing about this is my monthly goals, really what it becomes is office hours with Amber. I've got my click around and find out series, which is going to be, that might be one of the answers. That's actually funny. Sometimes industrial engineers will make the answer to the problem before finding out what the real cause was. And so honestly, there's ways that I can engineer click around and find out to fit into the clarity funnel to be able to use this inside of the business plan that I'm doing. So how do I connect the two dots? So the fact that I know what I'm solving for now, a breath of fresh air, because I don't know if there's a bigger fear in my life than not knowing what I'm solving for or not having the right constraints in order. But anyways, okay, this has been the longest office hours with Amber yet. I think pretty cool. And then if people come back and watch this, they'll see exactly how my brain works. But Max and anyone else who's watching, thanks for being here. I'm gonna take a break. But I'll be over in the Discord. Click around and find out. I'd love to tell you. So what that is I found myself saying this a lot last year, was the best way to learn in Excel is to literally click around and find out. So I am on also the journey to pursuing mastery of Excel, and there's a lot that's just kind of sitting there waiting for me to find it. And so what I'm gonna do, the format, and I still have to work through the format, but I'm gonna click through every ribbon of Excel and other Office applications if I run out, every option, every sub option, every advanced setting. Like I'm going to go meticulously through and I'm going to comb through and see what every button in Excel does. And that's kind of the beginnings of my educational content series, because then the other cool thing is each week I'm going to basically take the transcript and pull out the 3 top things I learned that week, put it in a blog post, so then I can be like, this is like nuts and bolts shit, but then that could be indexed on Google. People can find me through looking up little teeny tiny Excel things, because I'm not trying to become like a tutorial person for Excel, but I am excited to be a treasure, like an explorer, if you will. Like I'm off to find the little goal, like little treasure. I'm a treasure hunter in Excel. So yeah, that's what Click Around and Find Out is. But it's going to follow the same Office Hours with Amber structure of each week. I'm going to take an hour and I'm just going to click around and find out that's truly what it is. But yes, so if you'd like to tune in, absolutely. Second note is, if you'd like to work on so if you liked some of the stuff that I was doing, I encourage to submit your goals to Office Hours with Amber. So I'm collecting everyone's goals, so you can put in, and I'll do there's going to be like a monthly check-in form. So if there's things that you want to put out into the universe, feel free to use this link to submit your goals, and we can chit chat with them about event and that. But yeah, so Office Hours with Amber lives on. This year I'll be doing Click Around and Find Out, because I still the problem is my goals this year are very business heavy, not Excel heavy, but I still want to pursue the mastery of this. That's kind of a hobby of mine now. But yeah, so I think I'm going to head out. But super nice chit-chatting with you guys. And if you need anything, let me know. I will chit-chat with you guys later.